Right. Well. Come inside. No. Alright, let's so we are live. We're live and kicking. You can see that on the screen up above. Okay. Right. Well, Kambawa. Here we are. We're escaping to Sakura Densha. A place where you're never quite sure what's going to happen, what you're going to see. Will it be steam? Will it be diesel? Will it be electric? Will it be a yokai? Who knows? But yes, hopefully folks will find me here instead. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. That was a bit daft of me, I will admit. I have the chat in front of me today rather than peering down here, so hopefully we should be good. I'm going to try and push it a bit longer today if we can. We do have a third engine to run. Obviously we have another EF58 waiting in the wings here. So for a start off, we're going to start with these two. And this one you're not going to see, this is just behind the train there. Maybe next place round. But we do have two different eras of the EF58's life represented here. Almost the beginning and the end, with a little bit in the middle. Yeah, so once people start getting in, we start the chat going. I do have a bit of history about the EF58. I managed to cobble together from Wikipedia and other websites are available. Yeah. So it's been a busy week, and I hope everyone in the UK or anyone who's been affected by the storm recently is okay, is safe and well. It's yeah, you know, it's been a bit lively out there, I suppose. It's good to say, a bit lively, and yes, it does. So they do hope everyone who has been in the vicinity of them has kept safe. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's appreciated. Yes, it's sorry. Do you know what? It's been. I can't even say it's been a day. It's been weeks, months. No. Slowly crying. However, we are here, we are running trains. I do intend to try and push past into the second hour maybe. Yeah, keep the conversation flowing, So yeah, like I say, I've got on here, I have got some information about the EF58. Kambawa, Anthony, yes, here I am, yes. I accidentally hit go live on the other one before I had set the camera up and everything. All you got was me going. So yeah, I had to recreate it quickly as hell. But here we are. Thanks for the like, appreciate it. Yes, I've got the chat in front of me today, so I'm going to just look up and see the chat. And my God, isn't the YouTube Studio presentation view depressing though? When you're starting off, it's like there's no one here. It's telling me there's no one here. There's someone here, there's no one here. Oh, blimey. But yes, it is an EF58 takeover you are coming into today. This is the escape to Sakura Densha today. Any yokai? Well, there's a chop over my shoulder. And there's the one over there. Will there be any more? Who knows? Am I a yokai? Who knows? Definitely not a kami. Yeah, they can be, can't they? They can be. So, yeah. Oh. So, yes, as I was just saying, I'm just wishing everyone who've been involved, who have been had storms affecting them or anything, hoping everyone stays safe and dry as possible and everything. I'm well, thank you. I'm well, thank you, Anthony. How are you yourself, my good friend? Yes, and it arrived today, by the way. If you can spot it, it arrived today. I will mention it properly in the video I'm intending to do, because I think it's been a bit of a while since there's been a channel and me update. But part of that is, for anyone watching, if you have videos, if you have live streams, if I have not been there, my apologies. There's no excuse apart from the fact I just keep being struck by the thing that it's nothing personal. I will catch up. That's the thing, I will catch up. You'll suddenly find you'll get a ton of comments from me in one day, because, or something like that, because I'll have sat and watched them all. And be commenting, Anthony, I know, Matt Clark, I believe. I went boom, 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 boom from through some of those ones, and it was just like, yeah. And well, be sure to write in the last few days. Still hope to have the Christmas special. Oh, good luck, sir. Good luck. Look forward to it. Mentioning Matt Clark, and there it is. It's on screen. But yes. In fact, a colleague in the office read out something about the fact they're blowing up the pub in EastEnders again or something this year. And he said, "Oh, they've done it now. No, they've done that 2 or 3 times now." And I said, "Matt, did we just..." came out of my mouth before I realised what I was doing. That's right, Diesel Dan, we just blew up another train. I can't do the voice. But, yes. Though I believe Matt and Co have blown up more trains than 3. But, yes. So once we get people in and the chat's flowing nicely, as I say, I've got some info on the EF58 locomotives. They are one of my personal favourites in the collective, also in real life. They are enormous, and particularly the blue one, which makes me think of a Class 50. Yeah, so that came out of my mouth before I realised what I was saying. Like, oh god, I've quoted Matt Clark there, I completely expectedly, without intentioning to. So there we are, it's entered my psyche to that level now, Anthony. So obviously Class 50s I know are diesels and these are electric, just it reminds me in shape and looks a little bit. But yeah. So good evening, Hot Dog Pilot Andy and Wardle Restorations. Welcome, sir. Hang on, let me you can now become one of the so let me. Yes, it will. Excellent. There you are. You are now one of the retainers of our Shogun, along with the rest of us. I'm not the Shogun, he's someone else. But how are you? I should welcome you properly. Konbawa, Andy, and Konbawa Wardle Restoration. So I said your channel name there. But how are you both? Hopefully you are both well. I've been watching the last 3 Christmas specials. It's all great. Oh, very good, excellent. Konbawa Jake, how are you? Welcome. I didn't say welcome. I always said it in Konbawa, but yeah, I'll get there. But you're wunderbar. Excellent to hear you're all well. Joby, welcome, young sir. Tally-ho! Now, a very, very good friend of mine, as well as fellow comrade slash hooligan in arms, both abducted in real life and in the skies over it in the virtual world. I think that's a good summing up, isn't it, of our activities? But yes, welcome all, konbawa. You two are knighted, sir. Well, knighted, not knighted, not knighted. You're also a retainer of the shogunate, or the shogun. Yeah, we're all retainers, yeah. Got some new Curious Girls children for the Black Friday site. Excellent, excellent. I believe there were some good deals on those. Black Friday, oh, I haven't really picked up myself. I'm waiting on a train, which is a kit. It's not a. It will need to be motorised, and some buildings still to arrive from Japan. But hey ho, let's try and get here. And apart from those, all I really got was a new hard drive and new monitors for the computer. So I've now got two monitors, both 27 inch, one curved, which I'm really enjoying now. They're on arms now. And because Flight Sim has taken up so much space on the 2 terabyte drive, it filled it on its own almost. 63 gigs to spare. I got a new 4 terabyte one now, SSD, both of SSDs. The new 4 terabyte one, the Flight Sim's on there, it's a bit less content, some other games, and I'm currently filling the original one with some other games I haven't been able to play for a while. So yes, that was something I took advantage of. It meant the amount was a bit cheaper, but yeah. You're waiting on the Jones goods. Oh, fantastic. Which livery did you go for? Is that a surprise? Yes, it was one that I was very surprised to know at one point in time I was going to try and model the Highland Railway. The main thing that stopped me at the time was the lack of anything else. Yeah, I was starting to try and modify things and yeah, move around, get to there. Because one of my earliest models was a model of the old Smoky Joe model, but in a blue Highland livery, which I never used, but called Loch Ness. But yes, Konbawa Moa Man, how are you, sir? Or man? Yeah, how are you? Are you right? Yellow. Ah, you got it in a preserved yellow. Which is interesting. Yeah, brilliant. That's brilliant. Describe the yellow. Yes, it's on trains, on the simulator trains I discovered the Highland again. EDH6 is the guy's username. He makes some fantastic free add-ons for Train Sim. They are beautiful, beautiful things you'd pay otherwise for this sort of level. But he did a whole suite of Highland Railway locos and stock and everything, and I built a layout set in Scotland. Okay. Yes, I went to model it. I actually bought all the books. I've got all the books for there. Gorgeous books with gorgeous photographs in them of the Highlands, and yeah, you know, they're not nice for it. Interestingly, I've not decided to get the Jones goods yet. I don't know. I'm a bit on the fence with it. I like it. It's just how much am I going to get to run it? Yes. Did you know the interesting thing on the yellow one is that it never actually wore that in Highland Railway ownership. It's a preservation livery, but it's now probably worn that longer than it has any other livery. So, you'll notice there, I didn't say it wasn't authentic. Because it's worn it now long. It's a bit like Lion. Oh, it's not actually Lion, possibly. It's possibly this other engine, or it could be this. Any which way, it's worn the name Lion now longer than it didn't. So, yeah. No, and of course, Andy, you'll know that, I'm sure, that the Jones goods in Highland livery made a guest appearance in the film Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines. Sir Percy Ware Armitage, Boo Hiss, played by the fantastic Terry Thomas, lands on top of it before heading into the tunnel. So yes, it's actually representing a North loco it's representing. But yes. Dr. Surfnet, see what's out there. Excellent, excellent. Well, welcome. We are running Japanese trains here. This is Endgame. And they filmed that on your website. It's just like, oh, nice. No, well, you've got to get that one then. That's definitely the right one for you to have. Brilliant. Brilliant. But yes, I could be interested. I mean, I will admit there was a pang of wanting to put a British layout again over the weekend. And this is the reason why I haven't cancelled the Panya Tank or Gen94, you know, because, sorry, I'm trying to stop about it, it's anxiety. By the way, I don't know what I'm anxious about, hey, but yeah, so it's one I possibly could get. We'll see, you might twist my arm. So, Joby, fantastic question. These are two mainline Japanese electric locomotives. There's a third one here, all the same class. And this is the EF58. So, without further ado, we're actually getting a bit of history on the EF58, so there's a bit that I can remember in here. So, post-war, there was a need for a heavy express electric locomotive. And in 1946, the first of these, the EF58s, rolled off the production line. They are, to my mind, the last of the box cab electrics Japan actually constructed, in the traditional style of what the box cab would look like. They just about sit into there. Kambawa Hermitage Road, how are you, sir? Yes, so yes, they were put to work all across the system. Eventually there was some 174, check notes quickly, 172, how's that, doing two off? 172 constructed. They are to the arrangement of, now remembering that the Japanese use the same as the French, so it's the wheels you see and letters. They are two CC2s, or two Coco 2s, so, you know, there's that. They follow the usual format for how many, you know, driving axles and that, so EF as well, the electric locomotive. F will be a electric locomotive that can do a certain speed. They are DC in power, so let me get the, yeah, here we are. Electric locomotive, here we go. So F is 6 driven axles, and 50 to 99 is a locomotive with a maximum working speed exceeding 85 kilometers an hour, which you bear in mind, this is 3'6" narrow gauge. That's bombing along quite a bit. But yeah, so say the last ones were built in the late 50s. There were some design modifications between them. There's a reasonably healthy number of them preserved. Just put some brandy in my coffee now, I'm making train horn sound. Excellent. So interestingly, good point there, Andy. These actually have whistles still. A lot of Japanese locos still do have whistles, as opposed to horns, using compressed air obviously, but yes. Yeah, so about to come past the camera from the right here is EF58, I believe this is. Can't actually see properly. That's on the inside line. You got EF58 150, but yeah, on the outside line it's an EF58. It's when we change it over for the green one, I'll let you know the number. EF58 in the original grape livery. It's brown, I know, but it was officially called grape. And this is representing them at the beginning of their lives. It's how they started, putting expresses. We have the Suha 31 set from the Cho line behind it. sans the steam heating car, because the EF58 actually has a boiler on board to do that. It quickly died off, did it? Yes, the whistles, yes. Yeah, they still, a lot of them still use them. It's been used in 700 I see going past all the time. Truck powered. Yes, these are all powered through the track from my Kato SX controllers, and the power comes in just at this point here, underneath in the middle. The yes, narrow gauge is making a big, in the UK it's making a big leap with 009. Jake here uses those models for those. I have some 009 bits still, and we'll be building a Great Wall layout with that. So if you know your Hornby trains, your sort of standard Hornby trains, 009 is narrow gauge in scale with those. It runs on the same gauge track as this. Simple way of putting it. My trains are 150 times smaller than the real ones. And I've seen it referenced today actually as JN gauge, which I quite like, or J gauge. J scale, sorry. J scale N gauge, that's it. Yeah, because you've got J scale HO as well. Because we're representing a smaller gauge on the tracks. So yes, you know, they served well. The could have done nice fall through. No chance of that, I'm afraid. Not with my Water Department Light Railway. And I've seen a really good idea tonight for some other bits that I might want to do, I'm afraid. Yes, so the new layout will basically be a twin track loop, but it's the one we're running on now, just with scenery, hopefully, when it comes. But yes, the Water Department Light Railway one, not sure when that's going to be started just yet, but we're doing a lot of planning, he said. They served through to 1984, and the last ones really were pulling mail trains, which is what got represented on the inner track here with the blue one, EF58 150, one of the reserved examples. And you see it here on a shortened version of a typical mail train. So in an N-gauge, somebody is cheating the scale. Oh, absolutely. So British N-gauge obviously is 1 to 148 scale, 148 times smaller. So that's completely out of scale again. True N scale of 1160, which Japanese Shinkansen and standard gauge trains are made to in model form, and the 3'6" is running on 1/150th scale, but it does keep it in scale with the track it's running on for the size of the engines. So yeah, at least it fits, unlike UK now. Actually, no, that's right. Arigato gozaimasu, and take care, Joby. So yes, and they were actually push-pull fitted by the end as well. This one isn't a push-pull service, but they were push-pull fitted by the end. So there are some still examples. There's only one still running, which is EF58 61. He says, quickly scanning. Yes. Which is owned by JR East and was built specifically, purpose-built for pulling the Imperial train. A task it still performs to this day, but also is available for excursion work and has been used on a number. There was another one preserved, EF58 122, which also holds some specials. Unfortunately, that was withdrawn and cut up in 2007, which is a bit of a shame there. But yes, quite a long working life these things had, though, from the first one in 46 to the last one, technically still going now, but officially the class ended in 1984. A number of the famous expresses were hauled by them, including the Subame, which is something, if you start looking at Japanese trains, you'll soon come across Subame. It's what's a bird with two tails? The brain's failing, excuse me. That's Swift, or is that Swallow? Yes, that's the train. You'll see the symbol on the side of smoke detectors on the C62s and also on the headboard at the front. And some others. But the green one here is a special livery. There's actually another special green one, which I'm now looking for a model of. I found a HO one without the stock, but I really need an Engage one. And that is because when they were electrifying, rolling electrification out along the bigger main lines, I'll give you this one properly. I'll actually read it out properly. So I typed this bit up myself. So with the electrification of the entire Takeover main line on 19th November 1956, it was decided that the express trains Subaim and Hato would be specially painted, both locomotives and coaches, to show that the electrification had been completed. Light green, number 5 colour was selected from several candidates. So this was basically to commemorate that. The locomotives and their trains were repainted brown, actually, ultimately. But this made the trains quite conspicuous in the countryside they passed through. It really stood out. Because of their colouring, they were nicknamed Aedashio, meaning Japanese rat snake, because they match the colouring of a rat snake, basically. But yes, the Imperial train is decorated locomotive is decorated much like the Great Liveried one, the brown one here, except that the chrome whiskers on the front, you can probably see them on the side of the cab with the green one here, those chrome whiskers are actually stainless steel on that one, and it goes from the whisker into a much thinner band along the side, which of course is going to be another one I'm going to want now, because we've got to try and get them all. They're like Pokemon, aren't they? So yeah, that is basically just great. It was just called great. Yeah, it's not the most imaginative colour scheme, especially when it's also on the coaches as well. But these are functional items. The steam engine obviously would be, the steam hauled version of that train would be exactly the same, just with a black steam engine at the front, with very little embellishment. They've gained more embellishment in recent years than they used to. There is a very good little program on the EF58 on YouTube. It shows a lot of footage of them across the years. Also, you know, in the last days, which is when the program was made, hauling those postal trains. No, not the Tokyo Poo, no. No, not that. And obviously one of the things that largely would have put them out of service would have been the introduction of Shinkansen. Did for a lot of the locomotives and services. These models are by Kato. In fact, all the stock running today is by Kato. And believe it or not, these giant locomotives, I say, in physical model size, they are actually about the same size as a Class 50 in UK Engage. Except the difference is these engines with working lights in go direction. Only cost me, well, this one here cost me £34 before postage. Postage only made about 40 something. Same with the blue one. The brown one cost me more because I bought it from the shop in the UK. The try new of the store in Japan. So yes. No, not the Docu 2, it's that one. Yeah, little history lesson there. Obviously, to give context, just trying to help you folks maybe know what you're looking at, see what you're looking at, know what you know watching. It's not just, oh, there's some weird trains I don't recognise. But yeah, so hopefully that was alright. It's a bit like Dark Lake actually, with that gold bit. Yes, I can see where you're coming from there. It actually really helps with this sat here. You can see what an impact. I know it blends a bit with my wall colour, but it really sort of helps how much it would have stood out. And everything else is this colour. So suddenly you have seen these going along with a full train of green coaches, which is clearly is something I'm now going to have to try and find and collect up as service for this one full. So as I say, the coaches were returned to their original great livery. So in theory you could we'll run it correctly in a minute with the other one. With that set here. I'm wondering what the new BR livery will bring. Yes, it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with for that, isn't it? I mean, they wouldn't do worse than to go back to using City livery or BR Blue. At least it was smart. That's the thing I was thinking, when it was looked after, it always looked smart. They could go green. Even BR green would be nice to see come back, yes. Especially if they did it two-tone again. Those look quite good. White cabs around, like the Hymex had. That could be quite nice. Deal, yeah. If they could do some of the passenger locos in the maroons, like the Westerns, again with the white caps around. I think it looks nice. It breaks it up a bit, doesn't it? It's also like the oh, blimey, was it the Rail Freight Red Stripe livery on the 37s? Where you got the black cab surrounds, the window surround, and it looks really smart. Just that breaks it up a bit. Just look really good, but yeah. I think I heard a 37 come through the meeting today. There's something making a hell of a racket. It sounded interesting, but I couldn't see it. I did try looking out the window. It's afternoon. Like various colours, but consistent liveries. Yes. Yes, there's something about seeing a proper train lined up that looks good. Cool. Listen to us talking about the colours of trains. So, that's a joke for Anthony. commercial. I know, eh? Cool. I mean, as you folks know, I have some different colours, some bright colours, some decorated trains here. And it's again, for me, that's part of what this is going to be about for me is, and you know, the channel of the running Japanese trains is very much going to be that it's a celebration of Japanese railways. This is what this collection is. Some of this stuff would never have seen each other, but there we are. You know. Where's the arrows? Oh, the arrows of confusion. Yes, they should, shouldn't they? Everyone recognises the symbol as well, so that'd help. Yeah. That's 36, yeah. Of course it shows on there, doesn't it? Does it? Yes, it does. Right, so we're going to bring the outer line to the stop. Bring it round to the front and we'll get the green one on. Fine. Uncouple those, shouldn't we, and move off. I paint everything red and call it DB Schenker. I mean, it looked nice. I do like the DB red livery. Ah, EF58 is this one. Right. Oh, wrong one. That's the one we're just running. Try that one. Okay. Oh, good. Good. Probably the cat those. They're all push bits together now, so there's no. There we are. Again. Come on, that's oh, that's hope. Right, calm down. No need to all this excitement. Oh, dear me. Oh dear. Hold the line, please, caller. Looks S scale you hold it, HO scale on the track and O scale in the foreground. Yes, it's quite incredible what they do with these, especially for the price they charge for them. You know, I didn't think I put the body back on this one right earlier. It's probably not a bad thing this has happened. I was looking at how hard it would be to get the coach fitted with interior lights. They do a light kit, but I wanted to know how hard it was going to be to get the body off. I didn't think I put it on right, but apparently not. So, I don't know if it was noticeable it was running just there. I just dropped. Oh, I knocked a coach on the floor. So the body popped off, but as I say, I was just earlier on I was looking at that. So not a problem. There we are. Come on. On you go. On you go. No, still not happy. This is why it didn't end up on right earlier. Yeah, so let's pop that in there. Come on. There we go, that's in there properly. You've got to get the tail light lined up with the back of the car properly. Watch the windows try and move in on you. Come on. There we go. There we go. And all back together. And there we are. Right, let's just push that back. Let's go right around. Otherwise we're going to get... red lights so we don't want them. Okay, that's moved itself. Okay. Helpful. Do you know what? Doesn't matter for this run, because they'll be going the other way anyway. Right. Yeah, there we go. Dear. Might have to be a new club for all that stroke, Christopher. Re hover motion? Yeah, absolutely. Right, so come to a stop. And wait for your wave forwards. You know, I'm not happy with that still. I have to fiddle. Excuse me a bit, folks. It's still not sitting properly. Go on. There we go. That's no. There we are. That's better. That's what I couldn't do earlier. Yeah. There we are. So, let's do it again. Oh, now the cooking might be moved. That's it. Right. We'll get there in a minute. I'm lucky I missed Brian's blooper reel this time around, didn't I? Obviously, shirt and wife would kick my butt. I've got another 3 coming. Earlier today. So they're all Totoro ones. Right, so being waved on. So there'll be a little chap actually standing on there with a flag and another one standing by the track side to wave them in. Have to imagine them. Finger on the coach there just to make sure it didn't move. And here we go. I was about to say something really daft, but I hadn't tested the green one yet. But why do I need to? It's Kato. Of course it'll work. Now, mentioning O-Gauge, I have been sent the link to an O-Gauge D51. It's a non-runner at the minute. But it's also a very tasty price. Less than £100. And I'm just sort of like, I need that. It's a D51, I need it. We'll put EF5850 onto there. Seem to pick ones that are difficult to iron. Yes. Mine keep coming with these lumps in. You know, this lump here. I keep getting a lump there. I don't know what it is. Definitely the t-shirt. I mean, we'll take this off. It's the body of an athlete under here. I'll tell you. Right, going to pour myself some more drink. So, this is an EF58 takeover. However, if you folks watching out there in YouTube land would like, we can put one of the locos that the EF58 took over from on the mail trains on in a minute. So I'm looking to push this one into 2 hours. We're going to start trying to push the time out a bit. Iron. Joyce just hangs them dry. I've been deprived all these years. Oh, yes, if it's a cold day, yeah, nice. Oh, amazing. Then you put them on the heater, on the radiator, I suppose. It's no good in here because it's never turned on. But, yeah, so we can put a different loco. It's another electric that it took over from, so we can swap it up a little bit if you'd like to see another locomotive running tonight. I mean, we've running in the green one. We have done the EF58 takeover part. So we can even get a steam train on the outside line and a different loco on the inner one. It's up to you. I'll leave it in your hands. I have locos in mind. Let's have a bit of that drink that I poured. Excuse me. Appears I haven't fitted all the details to the green one yet, so I've fitted the number plates and it's all up there. Yep. Makes your wrinkle skin look flat. So yes, as I was saying at the beginning, for anyone who's joined since, if you have videos that have come out recently, streams that I haven't watched, please bear with me. My only excuse is I literally get sidetracked by so many other things, and it's nothing personal. It's just it's totally on me, really. But what you'll suddenly find is perhaps you'll get a day where suddenly you'll just get a load of comments off me, and I'll finally have sat down and watch them. So I will get around to it, I promise. Train probably get sidetracked. No way. Oh, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid so. Flight sim's been taking up more of my time recently. Tomorrow night it's going to be on my Discord server. We're going to be running the Scale Model Club. Because I need to actually sit down and build some of these kits I keep buying, apparently. And at the minute it's something I'm going to keep to myself as such, but just indicate that something is going going on in my personal life, which is not entirely bad at the minute. Anthony knows more details because our weekly chats, you know. So that might take a bit more of my time up as well. Who knows? I'm going back to do most of my time last week and a half, and mending and writing in a couple of days. Feel way behind. Hey, that's the thing. I mean, you might feel behind. I just think it's a hobby, not a job. You know. But yeah, I will get around to watching your videos. So don't take it personally, please. You are all very dear people to me. You know, I look up at my wall of trains or my wall of business cards and stickers. And wow, what great people we've met this year. Hey, what brilliant thing it is we do. So yes. You know, don't take it personally, I will get there. So, how are we thinking on a steam electric swap over? Or different type of electric? So, that sounds something good. We're coming up to the first hour here. Hope you're mending well, Anthony. Oh, hold on, I'm going to take that call for that. Okay, well, we'll do it then. We will do it. So what I need to do is actually get another couple of bits of track. For a nice after. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, it's like, I mean, I could watch these two go around all night. So, yeah. Pretty sure it's everyone's cup of tea, but, yeah, I think they're amazing locomotives. So big as well. So big. It's spasm at the moment. Oh, blimey. Right, I do have some locos in mind. One of which I haven't run for a while. Last time I ran it, I think it seemed to remember it was a little bit grumpy with me, so we'll see how it goes. There's our steam engine. We do have to leave in about 10-15 minutes as the time is going to the zoo for lights or Christmas show. Joyce's sister is up from the junior so I could go along. I suppose, technically. No, I hope you have a great time, Anthony. I hope you have a great time. There we are. You can't to put all the stuff on it. Right, so there's two locos. I do need some more track. So we can keep the EF58s out. Right, so what we'll do is we'll replace the train on the inside track first. So bring that to a stop. Cost warning, I can't load left back train. Oh no, oh blimey. Hope you're not feeling too rough there, Andy. First the blue ones to go at the end. Well, they were blue first. The blue liver actually comes before the green one. So, the locos they replaced on the electric service were these. This is an EF60. So again, E for electric. F for 6 driven axles, which would nearly consider this is a bow. Quite impressive. And 60 being that 50 to 99 range, it means a locomotive capable of 85 kilometers an hour. Just not quite as big and heavy as the 58s. Luckily it passed. Oh good, that's good to hear. Yep. There we go. So again, pulling up. Stopping just short. And then being waved on. So, the EF60 is now going to take the train away. They actually released this with the set it's pulling, and in the book binder for that, in the instruction sheet, it actually shows the F60 on the front of the train, and this one is the number from that book. So it references the picture basically. Well, I'm the only person that's done that, I know, but hey. So we'll bring the green EF58 to a standstill. Move forwards. I'll just arrange these so they're all visible. You can see them all then. Right. Now to get the steam engine out. So for the steam engine, we're actually moving away from Kato to tonics. And a preserved example of an express passenger locomotive. A little bit grumpy last time around you. There we go. Straight every time Sam changes trains, it costs some poor crafter fiver. If I bring the coaches to there, we'll do the backup again. So here comes our steam locomotive. This is a C61 class. Right, so stopping just short again, then being waved on. Come on. Hand the cami to just stop it there. So it looks like it might be behaving itself this one today. So, signal's green. The station dispatcher standing there with both hands raised in the air, showing that all is clear, ready to go. Blast of the whistle, and off it goes. Lights still well sit there, I thought. Highball, yes. Oh, you haven't lost the plot. Nice one, you need to get going. I see you. Yes, talk to you on Wednesday. Enjoy the lights tonight, Anthony and Joyce and anyone else watching. Enjoy. Arigato, gozaimasu, and yeah, take care. Thank you. So the C61 here is a 464 Baltic wheel arrangement. There we are. And fortunately, C6120 here is still very much alive and runs as part of the fleet with JR. I want to say it's West. I want to say it's West. Rather than East. But it's the same portion of JR that runs D51498, C57180, and this one. And they have had all three in Steam together, which is just quite incredible to see. Now, if I'm correct in thinking, I think I am looking at it, this uses a D51 boiler, so the 282 that I love so much. Pretty sure it's the same boiler on this one. It's actually nice to see it's not being so grumpy today. Lovely model by Comics. Kept very much as per they would have been. In service, very plain. Yes, my first real taste of Atomics steam locomotive model. Just as good as the Capo. In fact, slightly better in it because you get a backing up light as well. The backup light works on these ones. Whereas Capo tends to be forward on the tender engine. So we have, I'm looking at the calendar here, we have one more stream before the Christmas one, so I need to think of a theme for that one. Key thing is we swap out the middle one for a freight, the inner one for a freight train, but it technically is a freight train. Not keen on Christmas. Get some other life if you know it. Yeah, yeah. It's just, I will admit, the minute for me, it's just a normal day. Just another day like any other. Yeah, certainly this year. I mean, I just remembered that here we are, an hour into the stream, and you haven't even put his lights on. Is that the one where they stay steady, or? Seriously. There we go. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel Christmassy. However, and Andy, I know you're going to like this, we've got a Christmas jumper day coming up at work this Friday. I saw this one and I thought, absolutely, has to be, doesn't it? Tally ho ho ho. Guess we'll get way too commercial these days. Yes, it is strange. I do wonder if that's some of the reason why it's hard to keep the enthusiasm going, as it were. But, like I say, things are changing, maybe changing in my personal life before long, and I might get a bit different. I might have a different outlook on it. Who knows? Next year, we'll find out. We'll find out next year. Anyway, yeah, nothing set in stone yet, but, you know, could be interesting. But, yeah, the main thing I look forward to, it's the only guaranteed holiday we get. So, I know, ready the violins for all those who don't work in education, but unlike teachers, us 52-weekers don't get paid to not be there for 6 months of the year. Not 6 months, 6 weeks of the year. 6 months, wow, it'd be nice because we'd like to get the place set up properly. Anyway, yes, the 52-weekers, we get bank holidays and Christmas, the 2 weeks of Christmas. So we're very lucky for that. Yeah. So I'm grateful for that, you know? Grateful for that. And it was years ago I stopped caring about the religious aspect of it. I will admit, no offence to anyone who is religious, to what you need, what gets you through life. After all, we're just a hairy bag of meat on a giant rock flying through space. It's pretty scary. I understand the need to hold on to something, but yeah, went out the window for me years ago. So yeah, I enjoy the time off. I enjoy the time with family. Some of the extra little bits you do that you wouldn't normally do. Maybe we play a couple of games or like together, or we got the Horrible Histories board game. That starts my highlight on my Christmas, all of it, as well as the food, of course. But to be honest, if I had a curry for Christmas, I'd be quite happy, you know. But I appreciate the effort that others want to go to and do, and we'll try and help out if I can. So it's one of them. The minute I'm counting the days, I will admit, my head is so fried right now. I was expecting to fly on flight sim when I came back. Which really could have done with that in some ways, but then the person I was going to fly wasn't able to, sadly for them. Joby stepped in and I flew with him. And I had dinner and I've come up to do this. And at all points I'm like, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I just go to sleep? So if I'm not as sort of bouncy as I was last week, it's because I'm just absolutely fried. I'm zombie. I've noticed I've noticed at work that the slightest thing now is causing me to feel the stress in my head, so I'm like trying to remember the different strategies to cope with that. So that's, I'm not snapping anyone yet, so that's a good thing. Outcomes Monopoly, then you lose your shirt. How would you play that sort of Monopoly, do you then, Andy? Is this where no one else wants to play with you and your wife because you sort of look at her and you go, is there not some other way I can pay? But yes, it's important to talk about these things. It's interesting actually just how old having leave for your mental well-being is actually quite a lot older than we thought. Well, I thought anyway. I've been listening to James Holland's book, The Big Week, and the 8th Air Force actually employed a doctor at bases specifically to look at crews when they came back. Watch them get out the aircraft. After the debrief, they'd get a copy of what they needed to know, obviously stuff that wasn't top secret, of what they'd been through that raid. And he could quite easily go, that crew there, on leave now. And it was just the thing before they snapped. Now, in an age where famously people bottled it up and got on with things, that is incredible to my mind. But yes, literal crew would be following in the book, going on leave to Blackpool, and this little 19-year-old tail gunner got soaked to the skin. It's February in Blackpool. Got soaked to the skin, and he got invited or persuaded to come back to a middle-aged woman's house to dry off, and he was too naive, despite having served multiple missions over occupied Europe, staring death in the face from the rear guns of the B-17. He was too naive otherwise to realise he was being seduced. She came out in a dressing gown. He grabbed his clothes, made an excuse, and ran out of the house. Immediately. Teacup. Good sir. Kamala. How are you? Hope you're well. But yes, an amusing story there, especially when you remember that the popular. Okay, admittedly, it's a bit of a joke opinion of the Americans in Britain during the Second World War was overpaid, oversexed, and over here. Obviously, this guy was only overpaid and over here. I'm not sure he'd agree he was overpaid, but But yes, so that's that. Yeah, I find that quite interesting, that one. Metaphorically. Probably for the best. And I'm not judging, you do what you want, you have your free will and everything, but don't live stream it, for goodness sake. But yes, Teacup here, another member of the Discord. As I mentioned earlier on, absolute top chat and obsessed I tell you, with the giving it its proper name, McDonnell Douglas F-18 Hornet. None of this Boeing nonsense. It's a McDonnell Douglas and it will lump it. But what a pedigree to come from with the F4 Phantom before it. Nothing mucky. But that's very fortunate. It's very fortunate. Yes, we don't. Yes. Or the Fairchild 8. Oh. Now you're talking. When it comes to Thunderbolts, it's the Republic P-47 for me. After Don Blakesley, who was a member of the Eagle Squadron flying Spitfires, when he had to transfer to Thunderbolts when the 8th Air Force took over and they brought the new fighter in, he was not impressed with it. Compared to the Spitfire, Thunderbolt was a big old chunky bit of kit. I mean, it's an 8-ton aircraft, empty, So, but when he got back from his first sortie, in which he downed a 190 in the Thunderbolt, one of his squadron mates said, "I see, sir, I told you they could turn with the Germans." And he said, "They ought to, because they sure as shit can't do anything else." Would he? Well, there are plenty of videos where I don't swear, of them running on the channel, so yeah, he should be fairly safe to sit and look through them with you. And this is just a simple twin track N-gauge setup. So these engines are obviously a lot smaller, just to give you some size comparison there. A lot smaller than they might appear on screen. Your standard Hornby size, I don't know if I've got anything to hand that is out of the box. No, they're all the way at the minute. Oh, there is Big Boy there, but that's HO. But yeah, your sort of standard Hornby size is a bit bigger than this. It's a bit smaller than the ones we saw at the show. Go ugly early, the Warthog. I do have the Tamiya kit to build of that in the 148 scale. I've got to do it with the teeth and everything, the Warthog mouth on the front and the eyes. Classic. In Euro 1, was it called? Euro 1, the camouflage with the multiple, like different shades of green on it. The classic A10 livery. Yes, the A10C is sexy, especially in its pseudo-Vietnam or Southeast Asian scheme livery. That livery works on just about everything it goes on. So much Harry Potter for this film, and I want to know was written for being designated on the. So that is a Great Western Railway Hall class, designed by Charles Collett. A mixed traffic engine. And in fact, I believe Hagley Hall, we were pulled by it at the Severn Valley. Is another member of the same class. Alton Hall, as what my party Andy has said there. Yeah, it's a very easily available model. Obviously both in Hogwarts colours and not. But yes, Hagley Hall 4930 at the Severn Valley Railway is of the same class roughly. Now I can't remember what's the number of the Harry Potter one? Is it is that one a Collett one? Is that a Hawksworth one? Is that a modified Hall? I can't remember. Can't remember off the top of my head if it's a modified Hall or not. Absolutely, yes. Proud nerds. Fuck all. Yeah, like the man they should have called, mind you. Let's swap out that middle one for something else. Let's get something a bit more interesting on the inner line. It's largely the same as what was put in it before, isn't it, really, colour-wise and everything. So let's get something nice and different. Thanks for that. We're going to the Santa Special at the Severn Valley in a few weeks. Oh, very nice, very nice. I hope you have a wonderful time. Remember to post pictures. We've got a railway section on the Discord, remember? No, lovely railway, lovely atmosphere there, and I've heard good things about the Santas and everything, so They always do a really good job of decorating the place anyway. That's something definitely. So EF6501 by the way, this number is that one. That's your Epic my son. Excellent. Excellent. Who was the bigger kid, Teacup? Right. We were talking about multicoloured things earlier, weren't we? Let's have a multicoloured unit. How about one with prehistoric creatures on it? Well, no, I haven't got that one. Have one prehistoric. I'll just talk about the one I haven't got. Let's have a shrine one. Do we have that? Yeah. So here is another company new to these new streams. This is Green Max. I make a lot of kits, lots of very good kits. But they also do some ready to run as well, and they are lovely models. So we'll run that one. But first I've got to get that train off. The postal train here. So we get the appropriate box. Now let's start at this end. That's usually the front. Gives a chance. Trinity Valley is operating S160s, USB. Oh, excellent. I'll be very disappointed they're not doing the Polar Express there. With actual American engines. Oh, I mentioned the photo, didn't I? Yeah, it is. So yeah, so that's those put away. I'll pop that in the box on there for a minute while we get the new train out. Just so you're not left looking at nothing. While I put the whole thing away. So. So, for multicoloured trains, this I can't get much more so than this one. So this is a train that runs along a route. Sorry, what the nasty route is now. But basically, this is decorated with something to represent each of the shrines along the route that the train passes. But subsequently, it means it's very colourful. I remember what the last one was called. It was a real good one, wasn't it? Ah, blimey. Not the show line. Again, we'll see, I'm sure. But yes, I'll find out for you at some point. You see, it's all in kanji on the side here. Konbawa Kyle, how are you, sir? You see, now you've got trains running again in front of you, I can safely fiddle about over here without you not having anything to watch in front of you. So. I mean, to be honest, we've got trains with penguins on, with cows, pandas, safety instructions. Tom's the Tank Engine, I've got a Tom's the Tank Engine train. Onto Lego steam train now. Oh, very good. Can it work? How are you doing? Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Oh, what was the Yes, sir, I've got a Thomas, the tank engine one. But the thing is, as you can see that photograph, it's a real train. And this one actually runs to a Thomas themed event, yeah, basically theme park, a Thomas theme park. It was decorated especially for one of the events. There are at least, Andy, you might be able to correct me here, but I'm right in thinking there's at least 5 of the S160s. Because there's 3 at Turnip Valley, isn't there? And then there's Omaha, which lives somewhere else. I'm sure there's another one as well. Yeah, Big Jim at the Keithworth Valley Railway. Yes, that's my crippling need for trains. Makes me stay, but yes. So yes, I mean we can run the Thomas train if you'd like. That is an option. But then you've got the USA tanks as well. And I don't know how many of those are around because blimey, I know 2 went to the Watercress line, didn't they? One, I think it's one with the Bluebell. I think there might be another pair at Midsummer Norton now, or at least one there. They're dotted around. Kensington Sussex had 1 or 2, didn't they? Or was it Kensington Sussex had the 2? And the Watercress has got 1. But yeah, the tank engines are all over. And again, they're very impressive machines. And they're ugly compared to the UK steam locomotives. They went over the top in hiding everything in the UK. Maintenance nightmares. A whistle right out the Wild West. Brilliant. The train running on the inside loop is the... I can't remember the line. It's really annoying, but it's the Shrine train. It's decorated with things that represent all the shrines along the route which the train travels on. They did 3 special livery trains. I've got 2 of them. I want the 3rd one. The 3rd one has all the prehistoric creatures that they found along the coastline it runs by. I've got this one and I've got the one with the flowers on it. But yeah, it's the whistles are amazing on the F160s. Very lucky to ride behind Omaha when it came to the Thames Valley, and that at night, and that just sounded glorious. I just wish I could remember what the blasted line was called. Ah. Hang on, I might be able to find it. Hold the line. I might be able to find it. What it is. Should know it is my train, but you know. So let's put green Max Shrine EMU. Nope. That's nice though. Nagoya Railroad Series 2000. Very good. Oh, I could look at the product number, can't I? More. 50698. Chichibu Railway, Series 7500 class. Yeah, here we are. Still in stock, which hopefully means The other one is. It is. Like, oh, I can still get it. Well, that's tempting. I can still get the one decorated. I don't know if this will show on the screen properly. Try and show that. So yes, there's the one decorated with the. I looked at Sandra with some moans like that. Brilliant. But yes, that's the prehistoric creature one, and that's the third one to add to the set. For £114, I'm tempted to just go for it, But yeah. I was quite impressed. Excellent. Oh, the big boy. The big boy, nice. Yes. Got a model of one, HO model of one. Kit. Doesn't work. Never has. Have you seen James May fixing maintaining model trainers on YouTube? I have indeed, yes. The one he does that, it's at the pub doing it. It's very interesting. Why so expensive? Now, Kyle, Andy, you'll back me up here, I'm sure. £114 for a 3-car EMU is cheap. Yeah? Let's face it, it's a luxury hobby. It's a luxury item. You don't need it to move. There is a lot of engineering goes into it. The more detail you add, the higher the price goes. It's quite simple as that. Mate, you're selling a kidney. Oh, just get a train. I'm going to just get a train, mate. But yeah, it all depends what you want and what you go for. I mean, for like your son, I know you've mentioned to me in the past you're thinking about expanding his thing. I recommended the Backman Easy Track. Kato also do Unitrack in HO, which will also which will work on those. But really, do you know what? When I was 5, I got Mallard for my birthday. Oh, for birthday and Christmas, yeah. And that's a lot less at one point, all I had. So, it's amazing. Actually, we all end up with big collections like this eventually at some point if you carry on with the hobby. But it's amazing how happy you can be with just a couple. So it's all about choosing the appropriate ones and everything. But again, we can work through that. We can look at them together tonight at some point. Just me, I've spent 1,200 on 2 brass units before. Exactly though. But I think even that is probably quite cheap for those. Because those brass locos can go for bonkers money, can't they? But yeah. Yeah. Brass for detail, absolutely. You can get brass N-gauge, pretty Japanese N-gauge, they do some. In fact, I've got some brass rolling stock in my freight collection. They're hand-built brass. And I couldn't believe the price. They are so flaming cheap. Under a tenner for some of them. I'll show you. I mean, they're all lovely. One that really shows detail. Look. I'll pop you in front of the camera so you're not trying to look at my big fat hands. Oh, that's all right, anyway. They're reasonably weighty, so they do run well. They've got bearings on them and everything in them. Mid-range for the price. Brass can be as high as $4,500. The new ones are DC sound LEDs. Wow. So that is a ready to run. Well, yeah, it comes to me ready to run. That's a brass wagon there. That's a ballast hopper, as you can probably see. Yeah. That one was about £15. They do quite short runs though, this company. They do very, very short runs of things, but yeah. There's quite a lot of fine work on that one. Plastic's actually a little bit better on details, but brass lasts longer and most time holds its value. Yeah, yeah. I do like the weights. The weight's the main thing I love about these. I was saying the bearings they've used on them roll so beautifully. Yeah, I've got all sorts of trains, so plenty to go. I was going to try and work out what I'm going to do for next week's stream. Yeah, so you don't think you need to look at anything like that just yet there, Teacup? And if it's UK trains your son wants as well, or even some American ones, you don't have to go that expensive for those. I'm looking at there, like the camera's up there. You're down here, aren't you? Down here, some stuff. There's the track down there, the camera. Yes. Yeah, you don't have to go expensive that, so yeah. You know. In fact, we should do Brian a favour here, shouldn't we? And recommend looking at the train set shop. Do I have the sexy mallard? Is it sexy? I do have mallard. It's currently in storage at the minute, so I can't really get to it, but yeah, I do have one. So I've had that one since I was 5. That one still runs, still in one piece. Tender drive, so it's the old tender drive one. In case you're wondering, I did slow down the C61 a bit more sedentary speed. I prefer to run this sort of speed. Oh, very easy. It won't run on this track. It's not Japanese. See, the other thing is I'm a Great Western man. However, there we are. Mallard. Don't get me wrong, brass can be expensive. There's some much cheaper than plastic model prices. They can much better run them than plastic. Yeah, yeah. So it's all about doing the research beforehand, isn't it? I mean, I suppose for a youngster, Backmans would be fine, wouldn't they? Really, that'd be the sort of thing you look at. And thank you. Get it from York Road Museum. You get it now. You join the club too. There's three train geeks out of them at least that do YouTube. We established that earlier on. I don't think we established it earlier on. You have to live at a nice edge these days. Wait till someone reviews and maybe miss the boat or bite the bullet and get early. Yeah, absolutely, Andy. And it's a bit like that with the Jones Goods I was saying about earlier on, isn't it? You know, it's something that really everything means I should have gone for one. But I am sort of about it because I'm not going to get to run it anytime soon. But then come Q1 next year, there's an Akura scale pannier tank with my name on it that's coming to me. So yeah, I'm not going to get to run that anytime soon. But at least it'll fit the Great Western collection. There is other engines and stock waiting for it. Whereas the Highland engine is completely rando for me. on that front. And this is my random one, the Japanese one. Did you ever see a video of a fellow in Japan manager? What he was building was a C62. I believe. I think I did. Very short videos, Kyle. Was it that one? Lots of very, very short videos. But slowly this masterpiece came together. I tell you what, the chap I want to find in this channel, model channel, he made trains out of paper and card, and they looked stunning when finished. You would never know what they were made out of from what he finished. They were HO scale. Units mostly, electric units and things. And oh my god, this guy's models are just something else. But that was a couple of iterations of my own channel that ago, and I'm sort of like, yeah, can't find him now. I need to try and go hunting for that channel next. You know, you're taking a chance. Well, actually, Andy, your opinion is one of the ones I trust. So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on this. And if you say, do you know what, Christopher? You got to get this, mate. If you want one of these, you've got to grab one of these. Because it's the dog danglies. You know, you don't want to be... Because that's with the pannier. I love panniers. I've got an O-gauge one, you know. I've got... I do used to have an N-gauge one. I've got an O-gauge one, you know. I've got 001s. I love pannier tanks. They're just wonderful things. And I didn't want to be so far down the line and think, I wish I got one of those Kurosaka panniers now, and missed it, you know. So I'm making sure that I get one. Oh! Let's check the link that Carl's put there. Make sure the sound's muted first, so I don't. Is that the chat? Rachel? Which one's he building here? Yes! Oh, it's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. Established in 1946, when these came out. The real ones. Okay, let's see what he's building here. Right, I can see the... Oh wow, working flipping suspension on the locomotive. That is incredible. I have to watch the full one of this. Okay, give me a second, Kyle. Give me a second. It is a C62. Lincoln talked about it, so craftsmanship, what goes into it. Yes, absolutely. So give me a moment, because it's not this one. Because he's not just built a C62 there, he's built the C62. That lives at the Kyoto Railway Museum these days and still steams. In fact, it's been steaming quite a lot this year. Unfortunately, it can't run on the Yamaguchi line, it's far too heavy for it. If you give me a moment, there it is. Consider. I said consider. Today, thank you. Right. So it's the bigger sister of that one. This is the one I'm currently working on as well myself, to make it a slightly different iteration of the loco. But that's the one he's building. It's got a bigger boiler than that one. But also, for those I mentioned earlier on, the Subane with the Swift or Swallow on it, and I said it's on the smoke detector, so you see it there on the smoke detector on the front of that one. Yeah, so Andy, on the Jones goods, if you say, you know, because I didn't want to be down the road and miss out on the Kurosaka pannier, if you say, look dude, if you like the Highland Railway, you want one of these, you need to get this, then, you know, you'll twist my arm. Yeah. Tell you what, because it's never a bad day to run C62 too. We'll stop C6120 there. And you can see the two side by side from it. You see the boiler's a lot smaller on that one. Right. Take that back a bit. Out of the way. So we can get the... So another Baltic. There we are, remove this one out of the way. Now C62-3 has run on the main line in preservation. I have a documentary about the restoration work on it. Because it was a local event, it's a bit personal, but I love the space and the weather arrangements. But it's a Scottish loco, really. Yes! Yes, it is, and also very, very significant as the first 460 in Britain. So, yeah. There we are. But so, I look forward to seeing what you think of it. But yeah. So I am thinking in the future that there will be a double O layout as well, because obviously I've got the engines coming. I felt a pang for it over the weekend, which I sort of, okay. So it's going to happen, something will happen with it. But I don't envisage it taking over the entirety of that space. I would still like to do another Japanese layout as well as this one, which I want to do with Tomic's tracks. So a Tomic's track system and a Kato track system, as well as my Water Farm Light Railway and a 009 layout. They're two separate ones as well. So yeah. Was going to look at doing China, obviously in HO, but the chap emailed me to say, oh sorry, it's been a long time for the show and everything. I'll send you over the details of the shops to the contact and radio silence again, and that's been over a month now, so I don't think he's going to. It's not a reflection on him. Life catches up, life gets in the way, doesn't it? But it's, yeah. In the mail, it's excellent, sir. But yeah, so I will catch up with streams and videos, folks. I've just realised, Teacup, you're not a retainer of our Shogun. Allow me to change this. Our dilemma: we want all eras and all regional trains and never enough space or money. Absolutely. It's partly why I'm so doubled down on Japan, because it's the one I do keep coming back to it. I've got the most stuff for it already. The trains haven't let me down. Yep, the models. Even in Double O, I've had problems, as people will know this year. One of my favourites of the Great Western engines is the 1361 saddle tank. Absolute fast is that. There is the saga of that engine videos of. On there, on the channel, you know, and then obviously the Engage loco, so you know what's happened with those. But these have never let me down, and I do enjoy the culture. I enjoy the trains and everything goes with it. It's just, yeah. But there's always going to be a little bit of me goes, we need to do a British layout as well. So there will be something British, that's what I know. And then the 009 would find my row at the very least, I suppose. I mean, the nice thing is, if I wanted to run a 009 train, I could get the 009 bits I've got out, put it on this track and run it around. We can even do that on the stream if you like, you know? Let's have a look, what we got? So there's the stream after Christmas, on the 30th. We can always run the 009 train then as well, and the Japanese one. They won't collide, so... I mean, I can do one of the streams I want to do one day is going to be a named express one. Now this will have to be one that waits until we've got a proper baseboard, and I can get a proper camera set up, because I want a camera this side of the track as well as the side you're on. Just call the box there, by the way. Fine. Just so you can see both, because like tonight you've had some shots where one train's completely blocked the other one. And I want you to be able to see them. Their named express service train would be services would be amazing, because I've got the is it a Michinoko? I think which uses class 43 cars, passenger cars. Michinoko, yes. I've got that one. That is a 14-car carriage, coach, if you like. You choose your words of choice. I like to use cars. Train with 2 of these C62s at the front. And that can then be mixed with something like the Cassiopeia, which again is a 12, 13, 14 car train, which has a giant electric on the front, or 2 DD51 diesel locomotives, diesel hydraulic locomotives. Yeah, so that's something else to look out for. But that's the weight. That one waits. Could even be opening night, couldn't it? As it were. But absolutely, I had to play it more sensible with things and just think, no, come on, this is what I get most enjoyment out of, so let's keep doing it. And with this layout in particular, I'm going to let my imagination go wild. This is why the streams are an escape to Sakura Densha. We're in the land of mystery. Here, the yokai are real. You never know what you're going to see. On the Atomic Space layout, I'm going to look to do something slightly more realistic in setup. Which is a good, I see personally, as a good thing for the future, because it allows me that time in between while I build this layout, enjoy the trains, you know, start learning the bits and pieces about them all properly. That knowledge then goes into that new layout. Oh, yeah, drink. Back to the Future, yes. Yes. Even though I was narrowed down nearer and more, still until they get to join our C58 with matching passenger cars as far as the fan trip like the fast got to the US. Very cool. C58, interesting choice now. Now you ask some questions. Does Christopher have one? I've got a 59. Yeah. Oh, of course I have. Of course I have. Yes. It's one of the ones that doesn't have a box. Yes. That's a 58, isn't it? Yep. The 262. This one. That was a second-hand one. As you can probably tell, no box. Came to me that box. Also pre-fitted with a knuckle coupler. So that's why that one doesn't get run much. It runs reasonably enough. But we can run that. Not this stream, because we've got 3 minutes left of it. And we can run that with a set of those coaches. So there we are. There's engine 1 for next week's stream. C58. Appears to be missing a bit of fun. Oh, isn't it? What's going on here again? We can run that still. Perhaps it was always missing a bit at the front, I just never noticed. So, if we're going to run that for the passenger train. Then let's have this with a freight train. If you have the appropriate locomotive there. And with Andy Hot Dog Pilot's comment about going back to the future, to quote something I noticed the Highboard and Hogger started using as well. Huey Lewis and News, we're going to go back in time next week. Box Cab Electrics and a C58 running next week. I mean, a C62 would be gorgeous. But yes. And of course, the fastest Narragator engine on the planet. Narragator steam engine on the planet, sorry. Steam engine, not engine. I think it was number 18. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Wow. Into the final minute. So how do we feel about the 2 hour stream? It sort of dipped a bit, didn't it, at the hour mark, that it started picked up again as people came on. So I think I'm going to keep that going. So we're now going on a 2 hour one. I still feel pretty white, but I won't always feel white, so you know. And it was nice having a few different trains later on. So yes, we're definitely going to start. I've got the trains ready, and what I actually do now, like last week, is I actually swap the trains out at the end of the stream. Well, you know, after the stream's ended. Then I run them for a week. So these EF58 have been running all week since last Monday for me. Back in, Joby. No, great stream for a store. Thank you very much, Joby. Thank you. So, yes, I shall now say arigato gozaimasu and sayonara. Take care, all. I've enjoyed it. It's been well worth not not giving up on and just going to bed earlier. Despite how fried I feel, this has been a really nice break. Really nice break actually from everything. So yeah, take care. Sayonara once more.